Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important example related to routing, where we will just discuss about the simplest example. Okay, I would say the simplest example because here we will just create a simple page from where we can go to multiple pages using routing, and that would be in a very simple way. Okay. So like we will discuss like how to configure the routes in a app.route.ts file, and then how to create a design HTML page from where we can just simply click on a button and it will take us to the particular page. Also we will discuss all the prerequisite thing that we need to import in app.component.ts file or in your component.ts file. Okay. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use Angular routes in a very simple way. And for the sequential content, you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available for everyone in the description box. From there you can take a reference of it and then you can learn the required things. Alright, so let's get started. So here you can see we have just noted down one heading that shows Angular 19 course by Sharmit in app.component.html file, which is nothing but a generic or the primary heading for this session. Then we will add the second heading, that is nothing but a topic name. So it's a simple example for Angular routing. Okay, so this is our second or secondary heading. Now post that we will add one horizontal row just to separate out these heading with the actual content. Okay, all right, so now we are good with this thing. Now the next thing is, firstly, like we need to find out like how many components we want in our system. So I want 3 components. One is for about, second is for the services, and third one is for the contacts. Okay, so for three components we need like for 3 links you need a 3 component, right? So let's one by one create the components. So we will go to terminal, click on new terminal, and let me clear this up. Okay, so yeah, here what we will do, we will simply create the components one by one. So first component I want to create with the name about. So for that, just simply write here ng, which is for Angular, g generate, c component, and then the name of the component is about. Perfect. So first component is created. It will take few seconds and all 4 files is created, and here you can see it is there. So what we will do in this component, we will just change its name to page. Okay, here we will write about page. Okay, like this, so that when we navigate to this page, we can see that okay, this is the same page which we created. So we just put it like this. Now the second thing is, after this about page we will add new page. So ng Angular g generate c component, and here I will create a component with the name services. Okay, so on a website we usually saw there are multiple pages like about, services, components, not components, contacts. So likewise we are preparing. So just press enter, wait for a few seconds, and it will create a new services name component. This is a component, don't get confused between the Angular service and this thing. Okay, this is just a component with the name services. Okay, let me clear this up so that you can see the further commands. Now here I will write ng, which is for Angular, g generate, c component, and contact. So this is the third page which we created. Let's wait for a few seconds. It is created. Now same thing we will do in the contact and services. So let's go to component HTML file, and here instead of contact works we will write contact page. Just simply write here contact page. Similarly for the services also, let's go to HTML, and here you can make it as services page. That's it. Okay, so we are ready with the required components. So these are the components which on which we want to navigate when user click on the link. Now post that, what we wanted to do, we wanted to configure these components, because right now application don't know like we have created these components, right? So to configure it as a route, we will go to app.route.ts file, and in this TS file you will see that there is a export const routes array. Okay, so these are the routes that will be exported from here. Okay, and it is imported from routes Angular of router. Okay, so here in this array, like we will expand it, and here we will specify like what to look for when you clicked on particular thing. Okay, so let me show you how. So firstly I will create it as an object. Here I will write path. In path we will mention the name, like what name to refer, like how you are going to refer this path. So I want to refer it as a about. Okay, then we will put a comma here, and the comma is just for to specify the next thing, that is the component name. Like when user click on this about thing, so in that case it should go for a component which is a about component. Now you can see that in about, when you go to component.ts file, the like you can see this is the component with class name about component, so it will refer this class name. Okay, so always make sure that how it is working. Okay, so in routes we cleared the we created this path. Now put a comma and similarly prepare the other path. So we will write like this path. In a single quote we will write here contact, then comma, then we will write here component, then colon, and then we will write here contact component. Similarly we will put comma again, and for now we will add the third path, which is nothing but a services. Services, then a comma, and make sure like you put it the exact name, otherwise it will cause an issue. Okay, so component, and after a component we will write here services component. That's it, and then just simply put a comma. So we are ready with these path. Okay, so these are the three path which we want to configure, and it is configured now. Now before using it directly into the HTML page, you should import two things. And what are these two things? Let me show you. Go to app.component.ts file. Here in this import part, firstly add RouterLink. So you just need to write here RouterLink and then press enter. So once you press enter, it automatically added this line. That means now RouterLink is imported. So this will help us, like if you take your mouse cursor, it will tell you like when applied to an element in a template, makes that element a link. Okay, so basically it makes the element as a link, then that initiates navigation to a route. So basically it is a link that will help us to initiate the navigation to the route. Similarly we will import second thing, that is router, not like this, router and outlet. Perfect. So why we use it? So you can see it is also imported here from Angular router. So why we use it? It act as a placeholder that Angular dynamically fills based on the current router state. Okay, so as per the current router state, it will fill that part. Alright, so we are ready with this thing. We have imported all the required thing. Now we will go to app.component.html file where we will design the page. So we added these things. Now we will add the links. Okay, so for that I will use unordered link. Here I will put li, which is nothing but a list item, and in this li we will write anchor tag, and inside this anchor tag we will define the router link. So like this you will write router link, and then the name of the path with a slash. You have to make this forward slash. Okay, so forward slash, and here we will write about. Okay, so when a user click on this page, it will take it to the router link about from a, and for this we have already configured the path, right? You can see it is already there, so it will, but make sure that it is the same name, otherwise it won't work. So if you want to give it a name to this thing, and you should every time you should mention this, so you can mention it like this, about page. Perfect. Now copy it, paste it 2 times just to save the time, and we will add the other components also. So here I will write contact and make it as contact page, and similarly here we will add services. Here also services. Perfect. Now save it. So what do you think? Will it work now? Let me show you one thing. So ng serve -- open. I didn't add the router outlet because I want to show you like why do we need it. Okay, so firstly we will run it directly. So ng serve -- open. So you can see we have about page, contact page and service. Right now there is no route in the URL, right? But when I click on this about page, it becomes localhost 4200/about. That means it's in a about route. Similarly in a contact route, when I click on services, it is in a services route. But why we are not able to see this content here? Because we are not using the router outlet, and we know that router outlet is a placeholder that will replace that thing, right? So for that you can just include router outlet like this, or maybe you can self close it, but let's keep it like this only. Now save it and refresh it. So now you can see it shows the services page. If I click on about, it shows about page, contact page, services page, and also it is in the route. Okay, so this is how you can create a very simple and the basic routing configuration. And you can see we have link, although like we will design it in a better way, like to make it proper look like a website, that we will see in the upcoming sessions. Also we will see like how to send the data from a route to another route and all those basic stuff. But for now we just discuss how to use basic simple routing for moving from one page to another. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.